let's go. Let's start this game. You roll. You meet your Johnson, who calls himself Herr Becker, of course. In the place that you know to be une tranche de Berlin, which is basically it's a slice of Berlin, as in a slice of cake, because this is a place where you can buy cake. It's a cake shop run by neo-anarchists. It's actually 100% real. You can see it on the map.
In real life?
No, not in real life, but in fiction life.
It's on the Paris map.
Yeah, it's in the same area where we had your mission with where you did the voodoo things. It's that
Every mission.
No, he actually had like a personal mission. We did that a couple days ago, where he went dream walking. That was pretty cool. What was I talking about? Yeah, this is this one area where you have basically a fight, a constant war between the Pan-African voodoo magic people, the Yakuza corporatists, and the neo-anarchists who are half from Germany because they are one of the many splinters that Berlin became after Berlin was reconquered from the neo-anarchists by Zederkrupp and all those mega corporations.
I think those Pan-African voodoo guys are legit. I think we should side with them, and that's not me being biased at all.
They are legit, though. Yeah, this is at the end of the day, it's a cake shop. It's not like there's a lot of bakers in Paris. There's a lot of patisseries, all of these places that make beautiful, beautiful cakes. This isn't one of them. Interestingly enough, it's pretty run down, pretty grimy. Some of the cakes look all right, but I mean, some of the cookies don't look like you should eat them. They're
I mean, just describe the cake. I need to know.
Well, there's a lot of different cakes. There's like layered cakes in different colors. There's one cake that seems to have some magical properties because there are like tiny fairies dancing on top of it. There are some cakes that have AR elements.
If I eat that cake, the magical one, do I shrink?
Wait. How does a cake have AI elements?
AR, not AI. Like augmented reality. Like basically, it's like a rainbow cake, but the rainbow flows like waves around.
So if I eat the cake, does it like give me an acid trip?
No, it's just a cake. The AR element is completely. It's an ARO. It's completely in your head, basically. Actually, you don't even see it because you don't have you have like a comm link. You'd have to look through the special thing, but like all the non-magical characters basically see it.
And all of the magical people can see the fairies, but the non-magical people can't.
No, they also can see the fairies. That's like a visual That's like an illusion. It's an enchantment.
This is unacceptable. This is privilege of the highest order. I will not take part in this.
Well, but here's the thing, though. You can do magic, and they can't. And also, you can just buy some glasses with which you can see this shit. Or contact lenses, or whatever.
Where an astral camera?
They're not cheap in that form.
No, we're not talking about an astral camera. We're talking about the exact other thing, like the glasses that allow you to look into the augmented reality of the Matrix.
Ah, yeah, those are cheap as dirt.
Yeah, everybody has them.
Yeah.
They actually are cheap as dirt. They're like
Constantine doesn't.
Yeah, but like Constantine is a swamp person.
Yeah, my final form is Swamp Thing.
I don't have
Shrek with a top hat.
I don't have it because Matrix is for the new age kids with their hip and their hop and their hippity.
I still haven't used any of my grenades.
We can fix that.
Okay, I'm gonna put one on a cake.
No, that's not how you fix. All right, so our Johnson is here.
Yeah, the Johnson is here. Basically, there's a few people in this place, and the few people that are there, they look, let's say, alternative, and leave it at that.
I mean, hipster.
Yeah, absolutely, 100% hipster, and also pretty poor. And your Johnson is there and says, Ah, hello, Shadowrunners. My name is Helmholtz Novak. How are you doing tonight?
Quite well, thank you.
So do they look poor but are rich, or are they like the spoiled little pricks in Seattle?
No, they are poor.
All right. I will excuse your attire then.
They're neo-anarchists.
I mean, that doesn't mean anything. There are communists in Seattle that are rich.
Hold on, not. I'm
So, you were saying, Taka?
I said, we're doing quite well. We're here for the job. Can you give us a little bit more information about this?
Yes, of course, of course. Well, here's the situation, okay? Something we know is happening with a faction that we do not agree with here in the area. They are the Yakuza, as you know, the mafia from Japan.
Yes.
We don't know much precisely, but we do know that they are performing. Well, they will be performing a special ritual in a very special lane line area in the catacombs of Paris tonight. Up here in the catacombs on this side of the city. And we have reason to believe that this ritual will it targets us and will do very great harm to the fledgling flux state in Paris. So yes, it's quite important that you make that not happen, as it were.
Oh, all right. Make it not happen.
Wait, how can they be a state and anarchists at the same time?
It's the
Very
flux
well.
state. It's a special form of government. You can look it up in the Shadowrun law.
Yeah, it's pretty quality until the corporations decided we're gonna violate your NAP.
Stop! You violated the NAP.
No. We have tanks and airstrikes, so yeah.
It's like half of Shadowrun Dragonfall is about the flux state.
Not everyone played that, and not everyone read the almanacs.
I haven't been through Shadowrun Dragonfall either. I'm just like in the middle of the game. So, no spoileronies, my dude.
I'm still on the first one.
I haven't played the first one at all.
They're not particularly long games, and they get you into the Shadowrun mood. Like, they're not 100% with the lore, but they're up there.
They're pretty good, yeah.
But probably is the best from what I've heard.
Yeah, just remember that all of their events are like 20 years before the current setting.
Yeah, it's a long time ago. Yeah, like the Berlin flux state has stopped existing a bit ago. Let's just put it like this.
Yeah, like 15 years? How long was it? I don't remember.
I don't remember, but it's been a while. So yeah, that is what he asks of you. He wants you to do this.
We have a location, we have a target, and you want everyone involved dead and the ritual stopped. Yes?
Well, primarily we want the ritual stopped. What you do with the people performing the ritual is of course up to you.
Yes. Now, as you know, we're Shadowrunners. We expect to get paid.
Well, here's
And
the thing, okay? We are, of course, as the flux state, usually not very interested in farming Nuyen, because we believe they are in many ways, well, at least here in this particular flux state, we use them primarily for communing with the outside, not inside. And really, we would prefer we use alternative forms of payment, which is we would offer as the flux state of Paris, instead of actual payment, we would offer you a favor.
A favor.
It sounds like an incredibly.
what is the extent of this favor?
Their firstborn.
Well, so long as we can do it, and I assure you, there are a lot of things that we can actually do. We have some pretty elite deckers. We have very powerful mages. We have our eyes and ears everywhere. So there's a lot of
So
things.
you're offering us to pay us in information.
Well, if that is what you require at that specific point in time, certainly.
I do have information that you require. Are you
Okay, I'm sorry, but Vlad would totally be asking for their firstborn right now.
No. Vlad will ask. When I ask for information, I expect you to not ask why I ask for said information.
Of course, that's
Is that
discretion. Discretion must always be provided.
very well? These
Tell me a bit
conditions are
about-
fine by me.
Tell me a bit about these mages that you have.
Well, we have all kinds of mages. Of course, primarily, there are not many hermetics that come to us because they prefer to stay in their ivory towers at the universities, like the Sorbonne. But we do have primarily, we do have many shamans. We also have a few physical adepts in a dojo that we have. It's a very unique school of fighting.
And is this one favor for the group or one favor for each of us?
Well, it depends on how you would prefer it, no? I mean, imagine it like a cake. And he points to one of the cakes.
Yeah, we taste the cake, just to see that it's actually a cake.
You could have, of course, you can have free cake here if you want some. We
Yes.
have a lot of very good German cakes. We have Bienenstich, kalte Schnauze, Herrentorte. Very good. This is actually Schwarzwälder Kirschtorte. It's quite delicious. So to be fair, it doesn't actually have cherries in it. Because
Becker, if we could get back to the metaphorical cake.
No, we're gonna talk literal cake here. This is important. We're in a cake shop, and we're not gonna get there anymore. Get there.
We'll buy a goddamn
I'm
cake.
gonna look at Julius. I'm gonna say we have a job to do. Let's do it. If all of you are okay with the payment of a favor to each of us.
What about upfront payment?
Well, I just need to reiterate this, okay? Here you have a cake, and the cake is the favor for all of you. But
We will
could
share the cake.
theoretically cut off a piece of the cake for one of yourselves, and then have a smaller piece of cake, and that would equate to a
We
smaller
shall-
favor we do for one of you. But you'll have to handle
shall
that yourselves.
We shall all have a small favor for ourselves.
Of course, if that is how you want to handle it, we are always flexible in this. If you change your mind, it is no problem.
I'm gonna look at the others and I'm gonna say I don't believe that our interests regarding information and favors intersect too much. As such, each of us having a favor that they themselves have interest in is more valuable to us. Yes?
Yes.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Indeed. Also, not Crayfish, Julius. While normally I do request for payment upfront, I think you can understand that due to the nature of the flux state, they cannot exactly do the favor upfront and then expect us to do the job. This
About
is a very
some material goods. Stuff
Well,
like
if you really require upfront payment, you can eat some cake. We have a lot of cake here.
that. Deal.
yeah.
So what kind of cake would you like?
Oh my god, I'm face palming in character.
No, Donovan. Let them eat cake.
Everyone's gonna get a cake each.
Remind me the name of the Johnson.
This is
Becker?
this Helmholtz Novak. I'm gonna write it down
Novak.
in chat.
Snovak, I apologize for this unprofessional behavior.
It's not at all unprofessional. It's completely. It's you can. This is to be expected. This is a cake shop after all. We are the flux state. So what kind of cake would you like, Mr. Dwarf?
This is a hard choice. What would you personally recommend?
Oh, I have very excellent. I have this Bienenstich that I made. I hope you're not allergic to cream. Just kidding. There's no cream in here. It just looks like it. It's actually soy based. He hands you like a very light, fluffy cake. That it tastes like honey, and it's got like a puffy cream in it, and like pieces of chipped nut on top with glazed over with caramel.
Quite delicious. Thank you very much.
It is actually pretty good. Like,
Soy boy.
everything in Shadowrun is made out of soy boy.
You can't not be a soy boy.
No, I'm not a soy boy. Fuck off.
Yeah, because you're a vampire.
Soy-based
I
blood.
create my own apples, thank you very much. 5 by 5.
You're so good.
Yeah, but
He
they would be
actually-
rotten apples, wouldn't they?
No.
Yes.
No, it was canon. I created a 5 by 5 perfectly good apple, and you let it.
Yeah, but I
It's a
am-
square. It's
I
a square apple.
It's like those Japanese watermelons.
Yes. A giant 5 by 5 by 5 cube apple. Oh God,
Still an apple.
God, what is the texture of that fucking thing? I don't even want to know.
I retroactively make that not happen. Bleh.
No. Can't.
Um,
That's not how this works.
yeah,
the DM is retconning your apple.
yeah. Helmholtz. No, the apple happened, but it was some sort of freak occurrence that will never happen again.
Lies.
The stars aligned.
And yeah, Helmholtz Novak hands you like an actual physical map that is sketched with like permanent marker and shit, and of the Paris catacombs area. And there's one place that is circled in red, and there are like lines and arrows and all kinds of shit on the map, and some parts of it seem to have been erased.
Uh-huh. Can you tell us anything about the amount of Yakuza we should expect here?
Well, I mean, this is a very important ritual, I do believe. But the Yakuza are, and I am not very proud to admit this, if there is one faction in Paris that knows its way around the catacombs, well, it's the Yakuza. So they will know how to get to the secret place. So maybe there will not be many there, but maybe there will be a lot there. I really can't tell.
All right, so we're going into a location with an unknown amount of organized enemies in a location that they know better than we do.
Well, I mean, you know this location quite well now. It's on this map. We have working knowledge of the catacombs. We use them a lot ourselves.
Well, you do. Are you sending in any men with us?
Do we have a map of the catacombs?
Yeah, he just handed it to you. No, unfortunately,
What would be the
we
point
can't.
of hiring Shadowrunners if you're gonna send dudes with us?
Yeah, that is precisely the point.
Well, exactly. So their knowledge doesn't mean very much. All right. Seems like this is going to be the...
Mike Vlad will literally look at you and says, "Look, it's very simple. Go in, and we murder everyone."
That does appear to be what we're the best at.
I have no hesitation about this. We go in and we murder absolutely everyone.
And if it's not worth it, we come back and murder everyone here.
And I'm gonna look at the client. I'm gonna say, "We just murder everyone, right? This is fine, yes?"
Well, probably not everyone in the world.
No,
That
but
can
like
be arranged.
everyone that is involved with the Yakuza within the area of performing the ritual.
Well, if that's how you want to do it, you can do it that way. I have no quarrels with that.
Yeah. Okay. You want proof of the deed?
Well, the proof of the deed will be that the ritual has stopped. But yes, you should maybe take some pictures of the area.
I'm just gonna bring you their noses, okay?
He looks at you strangely. Okay, that will work. If you want to do that, that
Do you
way.
want their ears too?
No. I'm gonna look at it. No, you can cheat with ears because it's human.
How about
has two ears,
thumbs?
but- No, you
Pinkies,
people
pinkies, because it's Yakuza.
No, you go for the nose because people have a single nose. A nose or a tongue is usually the currency.
Now we're taking
What about
pinkies.
their heart?
Like and Vladimir will say, I worked in Germany back during the Flux state, and
No, we're taking pinkies.
Usually I would bring either a tongue or a nose to proof of a kill.
I find that quite difficult to believe, but okay.
We're bringing back a bag of pinkies.
Well, You may remember, but the Flux was quite a diverse place.
Well, isn't that true?
Yeah, some people required proof of contract completion in that manner.
Well, personally, I would have always accepted photographs, but okay. It is in the nature of democracy that everyone do as they please.
Indeed. So, friends, let us go on and complete the mission, shall we?
Okay.
All right, you're driving this time.
No. I said, does anyone want cake? It was delicious.
I'm not. No
I
cake
am-
before emissions.
I'm allergic to soy.
How are you alive?
Well, I'm just not eating soy products.
So basically, you're not eating.
It's a very expensive and exclusive diet, I will admit.
Jake, how much does one of those cakes cost?
Like 50 million.
I'm buying a cake.
Okay, so you want it packed. I can have it here
Yes.
for you when you return.
Yes, that would be nice.
Okay, I will make that happen. So are you all going to the entry to the catacombs?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
Nobody needs to do any like pre-mission shopping or anything.
No.
Usually, like, pre-mission shopping is just
You usually, it's only if we need really specialized equipment, but this is just a kill everyone mission, so it's okay.
Most of our missions end up being kill everyone missions.
I will
famous last words in it.
I will state to the party though that the main reason why I'm going with the kill everyone approach is because I'm a bloodlusted individual. So you don't have to listen to me about this. It's just
No, I can live with this.
No,
It
I'm
wasn't a
stopping.
Hippocratic oath, it was a Hippocratic suggestion.
I'm stopping the ritual. What you do while we're there isn't really very much of my concern. As long as we get our favor.
Yeah, well, you are at the entry to the catacombs, and this is, as you go down, you find that this is the part of the catacombs that is more modern than, like, the really old 17th century French catacombs that originally come from the Middle Ages. The walls are made of concrete. There's a lot of graffiti in the other part of the catacombs as well, but there's more graffiti here because it's not like anything is being defaced that is worth conserving. It's a pretty dirty place. There's empty packages, trash everywhere. You hear rats scuttling in the distance, and there's the occasional neon tube, but it's very, very sparse, and mostly there are a lot more neon tubes that aren't working, and some neon tubes that are flickering, making the whole place just all the more atmospheric. Are you unfolding the map? Is that the sound that you're making?
No, I'm eating peanuts.
Personally, I'm eating Tic Tacs. What do you do, people?
We go in.
yeah we go.
You are in.
Where is it? We're in the nice part. How far of it from is it like of a walk is it from where we currently are to where we expect this to be happening?
Constantine, can we hold hands?
What?
Constantine, can we hold hands?
Can you please not?
Constantine, please, I need you.
For what?
Hold hands with me for a moment.
Okay.
Do you two want a moment together? Like I can turn
Realize
around.
each time we hold hands, the closer we get to marriage.
Yes, and I'm gonna focus really, really hard, and I'm gonna point at Beast as well, and I'm gonna try to invoke. Oh my god, did I literally forget the fucking life drain on both of us? Jesus, no, not on both of us, just on Beast. Okay, Beast, you have life drain.
Yeah, is anybody else suddenly really thirsty?
What can I use for this as a symbol? Maybe this? It's like grabbing health. I don't know.
I hope you've seen what I linked.
I usually don't see these things.
I tagged you. It's right there in general.
Yeah, but if I have OBS on, and so it doesn't show, like, Discord has like streamer mode enabled.
Well, that's basically Dumbala, the great sky serpent, father of all Loa, created all the waters of the earth and rainbows. So if I can create rainbows, I can create apples.
But dude, are you the creator of all the Loa, or are you a shaman adherent to the?
He acts through me.
To the Loa
through
nation
me,
of
he
the
creates
Jade.
apples.
So don't overestimate your position, young Padawan.
He acts through me, and through me, he creates apples.
To answer your question from earlier, Taka, it's not too far. It's like you would assume it's like a half hour, though the map is not really to scale. You think it's not overlaid with Paris either, but you estimate it's about half an hour.
We were down here for the ant mission a while back, right?
No, you were in the subway in a completely different part of town for the ant mission. This is just also underground.
All right. We can probably be expecting a lot of resistance once we actually start running into Yakuza people. Do we want to try to keep a low profile here?
Yes.
How about we try to buff ourselves up before we go in there?
You just did that, Donovan.
No, I'm sustaining a single buff. No one else is.
They just held hands, nothing gay.
It's not gay if there's blood involved. I think. I mean there's nothing wrong with that sentence.
No, not at all.
All right. Like, do I have any buffs at all? Oh yeah, I have one that works on presence. Okay. So Taka's going to just kind of, sort of like inhale, just kind of like focus, sort of like shakes himself out, bounces from like foot to foot, sort of gets himself like loose and limber, and I'm gonna try to invoke a bolster on myself. See what that does.
Are you holding hands with us yet, or no?
I am not holding your hand.
And also, he didn't
hand.
manage to do it by one.
All right. Well, he's oh, fuck you.
One
all
off.
right.
One off.
Alright, I'm gonna try and bolster Beast then.
Or yourself. Like I do have one already. So.
Okay, then I'm gonna bolster myself.
What are we bolstering for?
Which stat is the question?
Agility.
And also, you failed too, but by more.
Okay, so I'm gonna bolster the dwarf with rum.
It's best
for
if you
agility.
bolster. It's best if you bolster your own entropy. If I'm honest,
Fine, I'm gonna bolster my entropy.
it also affects your prescience.
How exactly do you do this?
I swig my rum, bitch.
But how does your rum relate to your entropy?
You don't understand the power of rum.
Okay, so it's like magic rum.
Yeah, man, rum works through me.
Your attribute is
Usually into the
6.
toilet.
Oh wait. What is you bolstered with creation, right?
He has attribute substitute.
They're tied.
Yeah. So you have advantage 2 on your creation and your entropy right now.
Yeah, boy.
Explain to me why this is.
Because they're attribute subbed. The bolster, when he rolls creation, is actually rolling entropy,
Yeah.
and entropy is the thing that's bolstered. So
But it's
effectively,
not
the bolster
bolstered
is
yet.
No, it is. It is. You succeeded at the
Oh
roll.
no, I actually did succeed at the roll. It is now bolstered. Yes.
Yeah.
I was just one step behind, even though I was seeing what everybody else saw. What is going on? Okay, Politikman, do you have any buffs?
I don't think so, no.
Do you have the present stat?
Yeah.
Is it at 3 or more?
2.
Do you have any extraordinaries?
No.
Then no.
He's a big gun boy.
Yep,
It goes pew pew.
Yeah.
exactly.
I like big guns and I cannot lie.
My other brother's mate didn't die.
Taco's also going to put on a face mask because I don't want an organized group of people that are a crime family to know who I am.
No!
So,
What strange attitude to life you have?
yeah, we kind of work on keeping a lower profile with some of these things.
Oh yeah, I'm also gonna put on a message. An entire crime family knowing who I am might be a bad idea.
So yeah, now that you're all bolstered, you can move farther into the region following the map. And at first it goes very well, because the map is actually quite accurate. I mean, some of the, like, there's one corridor that's drawn as being pretty long, but it's actually pretty short. And the next corridor is drawn as being pretty short, but it's actually pretty long. But whatever. Oh yeah, as icon bolstered. Ah, that was the wrong fucking. There you go. There we go. What was I talking about? Yeah, and you reach a crossing where there are supposed to be 2 directions to go to. It's like a T crossing, and it's supposed to be going into 2 directions aside from the one that you came from, but the right direction to the right isn't there. But that's the way you have to go.
Bring out the grenades.
What? No. Ooh. Probably not the best idea.
Vlad will just look at Constantine and go, could you ask for directions?
Wait, where are we right now? We're at a dead end?
Well, there should be a way to go right here, but our map is shit, so there isn't.
Okay, let me try. If I put disadvantage to disadvantage 1, right? If I'm going to try to double boom,
What are you doing? What are you trying to do?
I'm going to invoke True Sight so that I can see if there's a hidden way through.
It's more along the lines of try to ask Papa what is the way.
There's also a boon, which would also require a disadvantage.
No, you roll it with advantage too.
Yeah, and also, yeah.
But I'm already bolstered, aren't I?
No, you're bolstered, but doing more boons doesn't make you worse at casting other boons.
You
You
have
have multi-concentration.
And
Okay,
also,
got it.
I think asking for a true sight is a sustained boon, but asking the question isn't a sustained boon.
All right. Well, Prussians, I don't get a bonus on because
Yeah.
it's Prussians.
Yeah, but nonetheless, you can roll for it.
More like pre-science. Yeah. You hear in your head standing next to you now is your new best friend, the good man. Le Mange. And he says, well, my friend, what can I do for you?
We've reached a dead end and we need to figure out how to get through.
Obvious joke is obvious, but ask him if he knows the way.
No.
Le Mange smells the air and goes, there is some trickery afoot. He hits the wall with a flat with his hand, and he goes over it softly with his fingers. This is definitely a wall, but it wasn't always here. I think someone is trying to mess with you.
So the wall is fake then.
No, the wall is quite real.
Oh, this might end up being a situation where grenades are actually the answer.
Yeah.
Not really. Not yet.
I mean, there's nothing
if it's a
behind
shifting tunnel.
this wall. It's the wall it's grown recently. It feels like I think.
Shifting tunnels.
Yes, and I think I might know what is doing this. It's certainly some type of trickster spirit that has inhabited this place.
A trickster spirit, eh?
Yes.
I guess he must be bound here to protect the way. So, how do we deal with the trickster spirit?
Well, I'd answer that question for you, but maintaining this connection is getting very, very grueling. It's very difficult, so I think you'll have to figure this one out on your own. And
Get some holy water.
And he disappears because, you know, the boon and all that.
Yeah.
Right. All right. Well, they have a trickster spirit.
well, activate your astral sight, spirit.
That is also a sustainable boon.
No, you just have to roll prescience.
No.
Like gazing into the astral is literally just rolling prescience. Okay, or you could do it like that, even though you didn't have to. Yeah, the network of tunnels all around you, they seem to be alive with magical energy and with basically memories of positions how they were. It seems that these tunnels are inhabited by some sort of large spirit that you are right now standing inside. And it is part of the walls, and the walls are part of it, and it changes around this labyrinth permanently. That's also why on the map there are markings and arrows that show in different directions, because apparently there is some logic to this madness.
Okay, so there's logic to it. So if I were to invoke reading real quick so that I can see what this was like before, like an hour ago or so.
I mean, that doesn't really help you because it's not like that now.
Well, I mean, like if there's a method, maybe he's like operating on a like a schedule kind of thing.
Possibly. Yeah, you could do that.
Now watch me fail this roll. Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like there's much of a schedule to this.
Try
Alright.
to speak to the spirit if you could.
If it's a big spirit and we're inside him,
Perhaps.
Sorry, did you just say we're inside a spirit?
Yes.
that seems to be the way.
Perhaps it could be reasoned with.
Jesus, man, calm down. First needles.
Well,
Now
no,
this?
all right. The needles thing. The needles are they're wrong. But we're inside. God, should it be slimy? Does it feel wet? Does it feel wet in here? To anybody else?
Do I need to get the needles out again?
Vlad, incapacitate him.
If you come near me with a needle, I will kill you.
With all the
Vlad,
respect,
incapacitate him.
Taka, please have a hold of yourself.
No, I'm fine. I'm fine. Just, God.
Be professional.
Constantine hands him a swig of rum. Calm your nerves.
God, just talk to the spirit thing before we give it indigestion or something.
We're not eating. That's not how spirits work.
I don't know how spirits work. That's your job.
This,
I mean,
this
that
is
is
the
how
point where I
some
look at you
spirits
and I
work,
say,
but...
Yeah, that is how some
Yeah,
spirits work. That's why I said, well, not usually. I said that under my
Yeah.
breath, so that he didn't really...
most spirits can't eat people.
Like, yeah, like, I'm going to admit, well, some spirits can eat us, right to the cowering black elf.
Wow. Dark elf. Thank you.
No, you're black. There's a difference. Dark elves are more like a blue. They're kind of like a pale blue.
Look, all elves matter. Let's just let's stay on.
But only
That's the
elves.
title of the show. All elves matter.
Orcs can suck my dick.
No, with all the respect, some.
Oh, you can't say that. There's an orc in our
No,
No,
troop,
there isn't. It's a
man.
troll.
some metahumans.
They're pretty much the same thing.
No, they're not.
What's with the racism, boy?
No, they're not. Okay. Let me explain to you the thing with trolls. When
No, I get it. Trolls are more like Langley, aren't they?
trolls are big, that's number one, and two. Okay, let me tell you the thing about orcs.
Wait. Maybe it was the orcs that were Langley then.
Orcs give children in litters.
No, I'm trying to remember the difference in Shadowrun between orcs and trolls.
Like, orcs are bigger than humans, and they live shorter lifespans, and they're burlier, and they have, like, fucked up teeth. Trolls are fucking huge, and they have horns, and also a lot of cartilage on their skin.
Okay, yeah, I'm trying to remember that based on Shadowrun Hong Kong, but I must have got World of Warcraft images stuck in my head. Sorry.
Yeah.
Also, orcs, better dancers.
Yeah, but orcs. No, here's the thing with orcs. They birth children in litters of 3 or more, and they reach complete maturity at the age of 13.
Yeah, that's
The
not the
fuck?
thing with trolls.
Yeah.
Oh, so they're legal when they're 13. No.
No.
I
I
mean-
didn't say they're legal. I said that's the age at which they are the equivalent of an 18-year-old human. at
Nobody
13.
tell Nambla.
I mean, let's be honest, they should be legal in that case.
Yeah, I mean, like, nobody tell Nambla.
Like, they die of old age at 60, man.
Well, I mean, some live pretty long lives. They're like
No.
shamans or some shit.
Under his breath, Vladimir will be like, "Now that those goddamn things ever reach 60."
Oh, that's racist. That's a shame.
No.
Oh, sorry, now it's the racist part?
Hey,
I'm not racist. All people look like inevitable corpses to me.
I mean, can we all agree that the niggers belong on the cotton farms?
Holy
Whoa.
shit, dude!
The dwarf is woke. The dwarf is a woke dwarf.
Yes, now you can't outdo me, and now I have to continue with the game.
No.
Everybody knows dwarves built the camps.
The
Are
worst
any of
thing
these
has
ever
been said.
monetized? Are any of these videos ever monetized?
I think
Can
they
I-
are, actually.
The dwarves built the camps. The orcs were sent to them.
I love how there's just this huge troll standing in the background while these 4 people argue about race.
He doesn't carry the troll.
It's like his
It
horns
happens
are
like every
scraping
mission.
at the ceiling.
Like, aren't trolls slow to anger in Shadowrun, or are they quick to anger? I can't remember.
Completely depends on the person, and apparently, from what I understand of how Politikman plays him, Ivan isn't really quick to anything.
Okay, good.
Is that correct?
Anyways,
Yeah, that is correct. Ivan is simple bloke.
all right. Well, like I said, we're stuck in a spirit. I can try to
We're not
communicate
stuck
with it.
in a spirit, but you are in a spirit.
Well, we can't get out.
No, we can't get out. Just talk with the spirit.
All right. So should I do summon creature to talk to him, or should I just try to
No,
like?
you
can
just
just
no.
talk
You're a
to the
shaman.
spirit.
You're a
Okay,
shaman.
fine.
Just-
I try to talk to the spirit.
Um,
I try to like. I've tried to focus on him and like, so that I can communicate.
Yeah, you suddenly find yourself in a situation in which you are standing in a room with absolutely no exit. Because the area you were just standing in has just, like that, transformed into one room for which there is no exit. Standing in the middle of the room is a figure of stone and smoke with 2 blazing ember eyes, who looks at you and goes, I see someone is reaching out to me. Do you wish to play games, mortal?
I've done this before. Constantine just kind of recalls the crazy guy with the crown that never told him how to make it.
Wait, are we talking about the guy who gave me a sandwich?
So is everybody else in the same room with me or no?
Yeah, you're all in this room and you can all see this guy.
All right.
Like, the
Are
spirit
you
has
blinded?
manifested.
Are you blinded?
Can I just trade him the black elf?
What?
Like, show him his teeth and gums, say it's a good stock.
I'll attack you.
Can we not do
I'm
this?
the damage dealer. I can.
That's out of character. Don't worry, man.
No, don't worry. I'm not doing this to this fictional character. I'm doing this to the real black man in the group.
Yeah, absolutely. He's one of us. I'm treating you like you're one of us. It's okay. You're just pricier
You're
than us.
making this better, man.
No, it's okay. Like,
No, like a black
I get my
guy
reparations out of
joined
white
the
ass in real
KKK.
life. It's fine.
I mean, you are a crack programmer, so.
You sure showed us. No.
He may have black skin, but deep down inside, his soul is white.
I'd be
You're a
more bothered
coconut.
if that's the first time somebody had said that.
You're a coconut. On the outside, you're brown, but on the
Wait,
inside,
wait.
you're creamy white.
No,
Wait,
but
wait,
seriously,
hold
can
on,
we
someone
not do
do that?
this?
Hey, did someone tell you that in real life?
Oh yeah, no, this happens a lot.
Oh boy.
That's pretty fucked up. That is like
No,
actually
no.
fucked up.
No, I talked about that on like Jeff streams a couple of times. Anyway, about the spirit.
What kind of games do you want to play?
Well,
No,
I mean, you can probably guess what games I like to play. I very much enjoy Scrabble. Connect 4, one of my absolute favorites.
I'm good. I like Scrabble.
And also labyrinths. I am a big friend of labyrinths. And also to answer your question, whatever you are, he looks at you, Vladimir. Well, I am bound to this place, but am I bound? Well, your definition? Who knows?
You seem to be
what is the
enjoying yourself
definition of
regardless.
insanity?
My definition of bound is the one behind me.
I don't understand this, what you're saying.
There is a spirit behind me.
Oh yeah, I
Low-key
remember
chilling
this.
in the astral.
Well, I'm not
Because he-
bound like that.
So you can disobey them, yes?
Disobey whom?
The ones who bounded you to show us a path through.
This is my place. Nobody bound me. This is just where I am.
There are people which we must reach. What do you want in return for us reaching them?
Well, I can. Well, what do you assume about me that I just take tolls like a highwayman? What do you think of me? I'm some sort of bandit? Who is it that you need to
What?
reach?
Oh, they got squinty eyes, buck teeth.
Wow.
The humans that are the Yakuza individuals, the ones performing a ritual in this place.
Well, I could open a passageway right to them. I know where they are. I completely. But why should I?
Well, that's why we're asking what you would like in return for this.
Because we love you.
We can offer you a cake.
Actually, do you have cake?
Yes. If we can retrieve it and come back later, I brought
Oh,
it.
Didn't you buy an extra cake?
Yeah, I did
but
buy a cake.
it's being packaged at the cake store.
I can get it to you after we're done here.
No, that's just promises that are done now and then delivered later.
Do you doubt me? I bought a cake. You can have it. We just those were delicious. People should taste that cake.
I will let you pass. I will let you pass if you do something for me. I have some tenants, okay, that are in me, and they haven't been paying their rent the way they should do.
Now wait a minute, we just showed up.
And it's not you. Don't worry. It would be nice if you could pay them a visit and maybe send a bit of a message.
You want them dead or you want them afraid?
I want tenants. I don't want them dead. This
What
place
kind
is
of
called the
message?
Catacombs of Paris.
What kind of message do you want?
Well, they should pay their rent.
Okay.
Very well.
All right, that sounds doable. Where are they?
The route that was originally obscured now becomes a stairway that goes pretty far down and winds ever so slightly in a curve. Down there.
Very well. Oh, and what are they exactly?
Tenants.
Are they materials like us? Or
Oh, they are
like-
completely material, much like you.
Very well.
Oh, goody. We're dealing with ghouls.
Ghouls that we can't kill.
You can kill ghouls.
No, we're not. He wants tenants. Well, it wants tenants. We shouldn't kill them.
Okay.
How about if I kill them, but I bring them back as zombies?
I don't think that counts.
This is free real estate.
All right.
No, no. You pay rent. That's the definition of paid real estate.
Then who wants a catacomb where you're kidnapped?
Well, yeah, do you walk down the stairs?
Yes, we do. What choice do we have?
Not much. Yeah, as you walk down the stairs, basically behind you they close, so you can't go back.
Mm-hmm.
And the way
Vlad killed us.
No. Just go with it.
and the way seems the way seems pretty long. And you finally reach a long corridor that is made out of roughly hewn rock. You seem to be very far underground. So far underground, in fact, that this is no longer the catacombs, but some sort of cave at this point.
The caves of France.
How big is this spirit?
This is a big spirit. He lives right next to a McDonald's. Several, actually.
Are those McDonald's
Most.
also inside him?
Well, they're above him. Basically, he's got a lot of them hats.
Guys, I think I know what the spirit is. It's the grimace.
Taka has his weapon out, by the way. I'm just gonna have it out already. I
There's-
assume I'm walking either in front or
Because
towards
that
the front.
doesn't show that we're here peacefully.
No, we're not here peacefully. We're here to send a threat.
Finally, you enter a large cavern that it's got stalactites and stalagmites in it. Which, by the way, pro tip, if you can't remember which ones are stalactites and which ones are stalagmites, stalactites are the ones with the tits. Stalactites, they hang. So stalactites hang.
What kind
Oh,
of
they're
tits have you been
grandmas.
looking at?
That's just your everyday pro tip that you get here on the channel.
Burger,
more you
are your
know.
girlfriends stalactites?
What?
Are your girlfriends stalactites or stalagmites?
That's not how that works.
I know that.
So yeah, you enter this, and there's small fires going, like gas fires. There are some lamps on, and the room is crowded around several places, sometimes sitting on boxes, are a lot of people who look like this.
Oh, look, it's Vlad's uncle.
No,
Krieg, I know the struggle of this image. I know how little art there is for ghouls online.
Yes, I know. It's absolutely like there's
Yeah.
art for ghouls that don't look human at all. So
Yeah. I actually had the exact same problem when I was doing a ghoul mission. I literally ended up using the exact same art. It's like, this is like the only actual option. This picture right here.
Unless
I
you
mean,
want an
really
Asian
all
guy,
ghouls
there's
look the
also a
same.
ghoul picture for an Asian guy.
What about
Why
Harold?
didn't you guys just use like Fallout New Vegas ghouls?
No, you just use Harold.
Because they're not the same. Because
That's
they're not the same.
They're like 3D.
Yeah, they're like 3D and shit. It's really hard to find proper Shadowrun.
Okay, how about Tokyo ghouls?
Those are Japanese, boy.
Yeah, we're dealing with the Yakuza. It makes perfect sense.
No, fuck off. The end. Fuck
I
off
mean,
with that
it
gay
does.
animation. If at least if you're gonna talk Tokyo Ghoul with me, at least go with the manga. Fuck the anime.
Yeah, the ghouls, as you enter the room and have discussions over high literature, they sort of back off, and some of them who don't seem to be entirely human anymore, they snarl at you.
Grr.
I'm gonna approach them. I'm gonna approach them and I'm gonna say, who here is still sentient?
Ah, it's a difficult thing, isn't it? Sentience. You can cling onto it, but really, what is it worth when you know it will disappear eventually anyway?
A healthy
Okay, then
diet-
which among you is still sapient?
I'm just gonna look at that girl and I'm gonna say, a healthy diet, an occasional shower, and the will to live will keep you sentient forever.
Ah, yes, I remember showers. They made my skin fall off.
You regenerate.
You regenerate, baby, if you're rich, but I am not rich. We are the dregs.
Regenerate when you eat.
Yes. What do you think happens to people like us when we eat?
You eat carefully.
He throws up a bloody phlegm. Phlegm? There's
Phlegm.
Phlegm, yeah.
Phlegm.
And he actually does seem genuinely amused by this. Why are you here?
You know of this. You have some kind of deal with the spirit upstairs, correct?
The spirit upstairs, yes. He takes our essence. Look, we have nothing left of our essence. He sends out He spits out two of his teeth. He sends us out to hunt for flesh in the danger. And then many of us do not return. And then when we are here, he sucks our essence out of us. And he leaves us only the bare minimum to survive.
Was that not part of your agreement to being here?
Where else can we go? Whenever we leave, there are some of us left behind. We cannot leave our own children.
Wait, they have children? I turned to Vladimir. They have children?
Of course they have children. They're people. Sick people, but people.
Huh.
Why would you have children knowing that this is a fate that befalls them?
How about I had children before this fate befell all of us?
Then why'd you bring them here?
Where else were we supposed to go? Paris,
This is the point. This is the
France
point where I will look at
always
the
talk.
others.
Pardon?
This is the point where I will look at the others and I will say, do you not know that this disease can be contracted not just through the bite of a ghoul? There are rats and other creatures that transfer the disease. The poor are commonly afflicted by it.
And Taka immediately begins taping up any exposed skin.
You're gonna run around like a duct tape mummy.
It's a medical tape. Keeps it in his bag. It just wraps up like
How much medical tape do you have?
a lot.
To actually make yourself a mummy out of medical tape, you're gonna need a lot of it.
Well, I don't have to cover my entire body, just the parts that aren't covered by, like, armor and stuff.
Yeah, but how will you see?
How will I see? I'm not covering my eyes with tape.
Regardless,
No. Those are technically skin.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna
but he's
give you a
also
simple
wearing a
offer.
mask and also...
There's no cure for this virus, right?
No, there is none.
La France. Égalité, liberté, fraternité. They all say, oh, we are so accepting of all metahumans. They are all welcome here, but what about us? We did nothing wrong.
Listen, I don't care about your life story. I'm gonna offer you a very simple deal. Tell the spirit upstairs that you're gonna pay what we owe. The spirit will open up a path to us to a bunch of people that work for the Yakuza. We're gonna murder all of them. You can take their corpses and flesh as yours. Agreed?
He mulls it over for a moment, and he looks over to a group of like actual children. They are small children, and one of them sits there and is completely catatonic. Two others have half their face missing. They're playing rock paper scissors, except one of them doesn't have any fingers. And interestingly enough, his sibling always uses paper. What a cunt.
That's the truest form.
Wait, what did Vlad just offer? I couldn't quite hear him.
Oh, we get the ghouls to say that they're going to pay their rent. The spirit opens up a gate to the people that we need to stop, and we give the ghouls some dinner, basically.
Oh, so we're gonna feed him the Yakuza.
Yeah.
All right.
We agree.
Very well. Oh, and worst case scenario, if the Yakuza kill us, either way you get some corpses. It's a win-win for you, honestly.
Vlad, he already agreed that he didn't.
No,
he
I
has
know,
agreed.
I'm just being nice.
So very nice.
If I invoke regeneration on, say, one of the kids, would they regrow their fingers, or does a virus prevent that?
Dude, there is no helping a ghoul. A ghoul is just a fuck.
I'm not saying to cure it. I'm just saying, like, give him its fingers back for a little while.
Here's the thing. They're blind, by the way. They're fucking blind. Their eyes are blind. They know where what is through smell and tasting the air. These people are fucked.
Wait, no, they can't be that blind. They're playing rock paper scissors.
No, they're blind. They can't actually see. It's a part of the ghoulification disease. Ghouls only perceive the world through taste, smell, and enhanced hearing and touch. They can kind of feel the air, but they don't actually have sight.
If I ever get this, please kill me.
I'm gonna look at you and say, well, ghouls don't actually need that much flesh. They need 1% of their body weight per month. So
Right.
a good
Doesn't-
stack of Yakuza corpses will cover them for quite a while. And ghouls are quite fortunate. They don't need the flesh to be fresh. It doesn't matter how old the flesh is. Though, admittedly, I have heard rumors that, as you know, certain more upscale ghouls tend to eat fresh flesh and sustain themselves in a much better condition than these.
Look at the murdering Samaritan all of a sudden. I think we found Vladimir's weak spot. It's people with metahuman vampiric disease.
No, I'm just being a practical individual that explains the situation in very
Yeah,
practical.
whatever helps you sleep at night.
Not much about this mission is going to help me sleep at night. Shall we call the spirit?
The spirit
go.
has appeared in the room and says, very good, you come here, you solve all of my problems. Please, do follow the tunnel behind that column and you will be led right up to a position where you can fight these Yakuzas.
Thank you very much. Greatly appreciated.
I suppose we start walking towards the newly opened tunnel.
Yep. There's a stairway that goes up. Do you want to say something?
Just kind of pondering to the group. Do you ever wonder if we're the bad guys?
What are you talking about? We're Shadowrunners.
You're right, but I still see myself as just generally like not altruistic or anything like that, but not evil. Do we even know what this ritual that the Yakuza are going to be doing is for?
No.
We're getting paid. Do you care?
Yeah, well, what if they pay more?
That
Good
would be
point.
breaking your word as a Shadowrunner. It's a quick way to the grave.
Good point. All right, well, let's go inform these yakuza that they're dead then.
Remember, you only kill a client after the client betrayed you, not before.
Speaking of which, I've got a job coming up later that I think you, I'll make interesting for you. There's I'll pay.
No problem.
All right, and they continue down the tunnel unless anybody else wants to say anything.
What's this problem that you're paying Vladimir for?
A couple of jobs back, I had a lady who it was supposed to be a pretty simple job. I'm not going to say it was quite a milk run, but we go somewhere, we cause a little bit of a havoc, and then some fake superhero shows up, we take a fall, and then that's the end of it. Of course, didn't quite go as planned. Shotguns happened, and then the fall that we ended up taking ended up being a little bit more real. Turns out the Johnson wasn't wasn't quite fully committed to the whole Shadowrun thing and tried to get us to do the job, not paying us, and then get us locked up for it.
It's
So
very important to keep your reputation by being honest to a client and completing the job, but it is equally important to murder the client and make an example out of those that would cheat you.
exactly, but the bitch went underground as soon as it happened. Thankfully, I've been doing some talking in the background, and we have a solid lead on where this nefarious person actually is now. So it's kind of getting close to time to actually take them out. It's not a one-person job though.
Yeah, but what degree of message are you looking to send? Just her or her family?
Just her. I don't usually bring families into it, but if we can get the fake superhero involved in it, that'll be even better.
Oh yeah. Well, they're all going to be dead by the end of it. It's
Yeah,
fine.
classic, clean, simple.
Do you need any more assistance?
Depends on how much money I can save up before the job starts, and it depends on if you can keep those needles.
Well, it's not really needles or death.
What was it?
Needles or dead.
Dead works.
Well, come on. We have some Yakuza to take care of.
Vladimir and Dollmaker both give me a prescience roll.
Oh god, I keep forgetting that I actually have this stat.
Yeah, you both sense that you are approaching a very powerful ley line, but you can't find yourselves tapping into it. It's as though the ley line is speaking another language than you. Like, the ley line's magic speaks another language than the language that is your magic, type deal.
Just like Japan has its own coding, it has its own magic.
I don't like this. I don't
Yeah.
like this at all.
Can I invoke Ton to understand it? It'll take 10 minutes, though.
No, it's not literally speaking another language, but you can't tap into it like it's like when you normally in a light ley you could tap into a ley line and augment your own powers with it. Much like normally when you hear a person speak, you understand them. But if they speak another language that you don't understand, you still know that they're speaking, but you don't know what they're saying. And that is the equivalent thing is happening with these ley lines.
How powerful are we talking about here?
Pretty powerful.
Okay, I will be worried. I will look at Beast and I'm gonna say, I'm sorry, my dear friend, but I'm gonna have to cast a powerful spell on myself. And I will not be able to sustain the spell I have upon you.
All right, I'll just have to be a little bit more careful. Do what you have to do.
Delete my token and rechange my token.
Boy, are you just casually doing this in front of everyone? Is that what's happening?
Oh, I'm explaining to them that all I'm doing is casting a spell called Blood Armor. It's just perfectly normal.
And then I realized, hold on a second. You died last time that happened.
No, I didn't. It was just a spell, an illusion spell. I will also cast an alteration boon through mastery of form. I will attempt to make myself much faster than a human normally is through the polymorph boon. Let me check what DC I need to reach.
This
Not
is
the
just
full-
happening next to all of you, by the way. Just casually, this man is dissolving into a blood creature, and he tells you this is the most normal thing.
I'm just casting a spell, man. Like they don't.
I don't know enough about magic to know if this is an okay thing or not. So
They don't know how blood magic works.
I
showed
don't know
us
how blood
much in
magic
the
works,
past.
but I'm pretty sure this isn't normal blood magic.
I don't know. It looks magical, and there's blood right there. What else is
He-
involved?
Just as a thing, a lore thing, like blood magic usually is a bit of a no-no, like even among Shadowrunners.
This is fine, Krieg. This
That's
is
pretty
perfectly
good.
fine. So I will pump my agility to 6, basically.
How long have you been able to do this?
A really long time.
All right.
I'm gonna kind of I will kind of turn to and I will state, it's very simple. You take the blood that is inside you, and you put it outside.
Don't ever use that spell on me, okay?
Oh no. You have not went through the magical initiation. Don't worry.
Right.
Then I butt in. Hold on. Why would that be useful at all? Since what do you do with the rest of the body?
Don't worry about it.
I'm a man of medicine. I worry about it since you should die of blood loss now.
That's not how my magic works. Also,
You take your blood inside you and put it outside you.
this is Mickey. Mickey, say hello.
Okay,
Mickey
keep
is,
that the hell away from.
Yeah, Mickey isn't. Yeah.
All right. Well, is anybody else going to do any weird shit before we go in and start killing people?
Yeah.
Now's the time.
Yeah, Mickey, if you could please, and I point on Beast, and Mickey is gonna try to give you life drain again.
Yeah.
Mickey succeeds.
I will only allow him to succeed if he actually touches Taka.
Yeah, sure.
What is it doing? What is your thing doing?
Don't worry, you're gonna feel slightly thirsty, but it's a good thing.
All right, just on the hand, just make it quick. Yeah.
And you have your life drain back. This is fine. Mickey, keep behind me, okay, Mickey?
I'm gonna try
It's like the opposite of it. The feeling when you drink like a glass of water after like hours of not drinking on a hot day. It's the opposite of that.
Yeah. Dude, this is perfectly
I'm
fine.
gonna try and bolster Taka.
Nothing is wrong. Nothing is wrong. This is
Yelling that makes me think something might be wrong.
Yeah, you do actually succeed. What exactly do you do to bolster him?
Fuck, count the needles. Encouraging words.
Encouraging words. You can do it, big guy.
You can do it. I believe in you. You will get some cake after this.
Like, I just want to inform you that needles aren't the only way that you can put medicine into people's bodies. One of the favorite way in the Shadowrun universe is actually slap patches.
That might actually make a lot of sense. Yeah. Slap patch, bolster his entropy thing.
Why would you bolster Taka's entropy?
Wait,
I have entropy.
Wait, isn't that his primary stat?
No.
What?
No, that's my primary stat.
Idea.
I already have my bolster.
I run around and I stab things with my
then,
katana, which is the thing you can do with a katana.
Alright, agility.
Thank you.
Yeah, I think you now have advantage 1 on your agility rolls. So.
Yep.
Um. Okay. You hear chanting. Yeah, it's chanting that is going on in a language that you don't recognize. It's one guy also who's doing the chanting, and you can see around the corner, basically, there is a greenish glow coming from a room that you, if you were to turn around the corner, you're pretty sure you would be able to see into the room.
Let's charge in and kill everyone.
All right. The loud option it is. Who brought the grenades again?
I've got 5 of them.
All right. Well, now's your opportunity.
All right. So I just roll agility for that?
No, you do an area attack.
Okay, so what's the roll for that?
How large is the AoE?
Yeah, how large is the explosion?
Okay, how many are there? Because I got like,
Is it
I
a
can toss 2
2x2?
of them.
Is it a 2x2 cube, a 3x3 cube, a 4x4 cube?
I don't know. I just made pumpkin grenades.
Yeah,
I
but
wasn't told
you
what the
now
range
decide
was.
how big the explosion radius is going to be.
Okay, how grouped up are they?
You don't know. They're around the corner. You can't see them yet.
Okay, make it a 3x3 just to be safe and throw it into the room.
I can't hear Vlad. What is he saying?
Make it a 3x3, throw it into the room. It's an entropy roll, correct?
Yeah, I think they're entropy based.
All right, so 3x3.
So it's a disadvantage. It's a disadvantage 3 on entropy unless you have multi-target area specialist
Okay,
or attack specialization.
3.
Actually,
Alright, so I
it's
take it-
only this. It's disadvantage 1 because you have the bolster.
Yeah.
I would advise to use some legend points if I'm honest.
Okay. I'll use 2. 2 legendary points, which would boost the advantage to 1.
Yep, and plus 2 to the final result.
All right. That's 38.
You throw this pumpkin grenade around the corner, and it rolls into the room, and you hear, huh? And it explodes, and there's a lot of shouting in what seems to be Japanese, and around the corner, and this is where we begin initiative, so yeah, basically I'm going to open the turn tracker. Please, would everybody roll for l'initiative?
Let's see. Okay, where's that button? That's just agility, right?
Yeah, just agility. I'm not sure if you have like a thing that makes it better for you. I don't remember.
There's a feat.
I don't think I do.
Or bolster agility also makes it better because you roll the agility with advantage.
Yeah, that's true.
Right, but yeah, I don't think I have like a feat for it. That's fine.
Oh, that's bigger than I wanted it to be.
There is some dope hair in this room. Yo.
Ah, and Oni.
Yeah, around the corner come 2 blokes. There's the right folder. Around come 2 blokes. Primarily this this bloke right here comes. He is he basically he's got red skin and like horns and shit, and that is very odd looking. But also, you all have at least heard about this before. This is an Oni, apparently.
Which literally translates to demon.
Yeah, that's actually, it's a meta variant of the troll. Believe it or not.
Wow, that's a lot. I knew Asian people looked alike, but I never knew that they looked exactly the same and dressed alike.
Listen,
I
this,
didn't hurt any of these fuckers.
listen. This isn't. No, one of them is dead actually, and I have to. This is gonna take me a while to fill in all of these stats and shit. I'm gonna give you a turn. I'm gonna give you a turn. I'm gonna give you a turn. So first of all, I will. Agility.
Okay,
Oh, you
so
already. Thank you, Donovan, for putting that in already.
Everyone can do it with their own time.
Wait, what? Oh,
how you do that?
you click it?
You think you click? You just click on the turn tracker. If you could just put in your own initiatives, that would be pretty dope.
Oh, somebody already put mine in.
Yeah, but don't do it at the same time, since then it kind of bugs out.
Okay, so since there's a black guy on their team, to avoid racism, Beast is going to have to
Also-
fight him mano a mano.
I will state, if any of them took more than 10 damage, a bane is applied.
No, just one of them died.
Unfortunately.
That's what you got out of this. Which is actually pretty good because they are kind of strong. This dude. No, he's under NPCs. Oh god, I think I have too many folders at this point. And this one, I think. Yep. He actually gets. Who the fuck is destroying their desk?
Oh, sorry, I typed really aggressively.
Yeah, I can hear that. 18, bruh. Descending turn order. Jesus Christ, they are not good at all. I have to say. Well, first you have this bloke right here who is, and I'm gonna delete this one who's dead, and I'm gonna place the black guy behind because he's not actually fighting right in front of you. He's not in the first line of attack. He's actually in the back because he is quite obviously some sort of shaman. He has two big wands. Yeah, and did I close the turn tracker? You know what would be terrible? If, when I close the turn tracker, it actually deleted everything that's on the turn tracker. That would just break everything.
I mean, all the rolls are still like over here on the right, so it would be mildly annoying, if anything.
I like things to be instantaneous in how they work, and also work well. That's something that's very important to me, but then I am German. Ah, fuck, that's the wrong... I need the kobold.
Wait, you're German?
Yes.
Donovan, hide!
I don't fear the Führer. I am a good Juden.
Jesus fucking
Oh
Christ.
my god.
We all know that the Jews were actually behind the Holocaust.
What is it? What is with you people?
Dude, I know people that actually argue that the Holocaust happened by Jews volunteering into the gas camps in order to create this fucking 1,000-year-old Jewish empire.
I mean, they did get Israel out of it.
I don't know, like, I just think it's kind of a bad deal, to be honest.
I mean, they did get Constantinople, and that.
The real question is, it's like the real struggle of people who hate Jews. It's like, we love Hitler because he killed a lot of Jews. However, the Holocaust didn't happen, so why do we love Hitler? And the eventual conclusion is the Holocaust didn't happen, but it should have happened.
No, it's called the Shoah. There's not just the Holocaust. There's many Holocausts.
Here's the thing, right?
Some Jew you are.
See, that's
Habibi,
something. This is
أنت
something
وخيانة me?
Let's talk about the Holocaust. See, actually 11 million people died in the Holocaust. It's just that 6 million of them were Jews. Calling it the Shoah kind of reduces it to only being the Jews, because it's the term that the Jews use for the genocide of their own people.
Russians, Slav, gays, the same people, and of course the Gypsies got annihilated.
Disabled people, homosexuals, political dissidents.
Communists, but nobody cares about the
communists. I
communists.
love how they took Slavs and they tested the concentration camps using the Slavs to see the effectiveness.
I mean, you got to make it Jew-proof.
Yeah, but let's play Shadowrun instead, shall we?
Let's play Holocaust Run. Let's do it.
Yeah, all right, stupid idea. A management game where you have to run a concentration camp.
That exists.
Whose turn is it?
I don't know, but I wish FDR was here.
It is Julius's turn.
Laser point to die on the red thing.
If only I was an FDR shaman, I could intern all of these people.
Oh my god.
An FDR shaman has +5 advantage versus all chinks.
Who are you?
Oh my god.
Like, on one hand, I love this group, but on the other hand, what the fuck?
FDR was very cool with the chinks.
That's not even the right slur.
That's what I mean.
You're not even using the right slur.
He called them chinks. They're Japs.
Alright, the Japs.
You're not even accurate racist.
I used the wrong racist term.
Which makes it worse.
It's like making a mistake between Coon and Honky. What's the difference?
And there's a lot of difference there.
What the fuck?
For starters, I'm much more handsome than he is.
What? I am shockingly attractive. Thank you very much.
I can't confirm this, by the way. He is shockingly attractive, like, even if you meet him. I haven't met him, but I've seen pictures.
No, he's so attractive.
Is he like girly attractive, or is he manly man?
No, he's so attractive that, you know, I'm kind of okay with him fucking my wife.
Well, then you're a Jew.
somebody.
Of course you say that.
I'm the dark help that Sargon called in. It's me. It's been me the whole time.
You're a black elf. The last time, dark elves were more of a pale blue.
Holy shit! Somebody take their turn.
No, remember, you can only fuck my wife as long as I can hug you while you're doing it.
Oh my
Does
God.
this involve butt sex at all with him?
He doesn't just want to watch, he wants to be a part of it.
Oh, but
Boy,
seriously, Julius, can you please do something that makes this
I
stop?
already did a thing. I was waiting for you.
Oh yeah, you miss. Basically, the guy, you shoot at him, and it's like you would have hit him perfectly, but for the tiniest fraction of a moment, he was standing right next to the place where you would have hit him, and now he's back, and he grins at you
Jutsu.
with his
Are you telling
demonic
me
teeth.
he has time manipulation power and can stop time with Severdo?
And that would make it Rono Bin Bonk's turn.
Just say Babylon.
No, I want to say Bonk.
Just say Babylon, unless you know how to read Russian, in which case it's Golodny Volk, but that's regardless.
Bonk.
Who's the closest to me?
The one standing in front is the Oni.
Okay. Hello, Oni. I'm gonna draw my sword. As you do, I'm gonna pay the appropriate amount of HP. Is he within, like, how close is he to me? How much do I need to walk to get?
It's like 10 feet away.
Very well. I'm gonna walk.
Quick question. Can I create exploding corpses?
I'm gonna activate Battle Trance, and I'm gonna hit him. And hopefully it hits.
Well, my dude. He will do a thing. Where is this character sheet? Please open this character sheet.
Yeah, it's like it's time to use a defense action.
No, this dude is actually pretty good at those. Where are my notes? There we go. Yeah. Yeah.
Defense action specialist.
As you stab him with your magic knife, he basically he blocks it with the palm of his hand, and he reverts some of the energy back to you, and you actually take
I
4
take 4.
damage.
Yeah, I take 4. I know this build. I'm gonna look at. I'm gonna look behind it. I'm gonna say, focus him with everything you have right now. He must die now.
He looks at you and goes, "Huh! A vampire!"
Blood mage, thank you very much.
No, he's a vampire.
You're a vampire? What?
He's a vampire.
He is indeed a vampire.
Dollmaker is his turn.
Okay, so are any of them grouped together in particular?
Focus him down. Use legend points. He needs to die. He's a defense action specialist.
I got grenades. I can toss 2 of them at him once.
I don't care what you do. Do the thing that deals the most damage as fast as possible.
That'll probably be the grenades if I can roll both of them for twice.
Listen, it doesn't matter what attack you use. Damage isn't calculated depending on what attack you use, but on what attribute, my dude.
Yeah, but if I roll, can I roll it twice if I toss both?
No, that's a feat.
That's stupid. This is
No,
all
why is
stupid.
that stupid? That would be essentially attacking 2 times.
Ah, this is all
Why
entirely
wouldn't that be a
stupid.
feat?
I'm using my rosary on this guy. I already have advantage 2, so I guess, I could spend, 3.
Yeah.
So I make that a advantage 5. Okay.
With
I'm the
legend
Oni
points.
guy, right?
What, are you doing this?
Yes. Yes, I put 3 legend points into my attack, so it's advantage 5 because I'm bolstered from before.
How do you have this many legend points?
I've been saving up.
All my life I have saved up for this moment.
Now, is he technically a demon, or is he just
No,
completely...
the Oni is a meta variant of the Orc. So it's technically...
Okay, so there's like
an
no
orc.
demonic to him at all.
No, he's just a dude.
Just nuke him. Just nuke
I'm
him.
just making sure.
He is probably... Dude, this guy is the most dangerous thing we have ever faced. I am not kidding.
No, the crab was, but he was my friend.
No, this guy is worse than the crab. Trust me.
I should have been Aquaman. I would have had the crab as a pet. Yay, 33.
Yeah, you actually, you're... you renamed the attack.
Yes.
Yeah, basically, you hit him square. He can't evade this power, and you do damage, and you do actually get to. Wait, how? No, actually, this does make sense. You get to inflict a bane.
I'm not sure what bane this is allowed to do.
All entropy banes.
Yeah, basically.
Oh.
If
Oh. I can make him sickened. I can make him feared. I can make him disarmed.
Fear him.
I can make him incapacitated.
Considering that the dude doesn't have a weapon, you can't make him disarmed.
Yes, I can. His arm pops off.
No, because the DM... If
What's the
there's
sickened do?
there's ever an enemy that can't be disarmed by the DM can just give it Bane immunity disarmed and be done with it.
Should I give him sickened then?
No, fear him. Fear him. That way, at least for one turn, he is not our problem.
But he already spent his action, didn't he?
Yes, he did, but we basically defense action specialists scale with how many allies they have to protect.
All right, fine.
We want to kill Shaman guy, and then later kill him.
Fear me!
Fear me, boy.
Yeah, that means that on his next turn, he's gonna be running his maximum speed away from us.
Wait a second. So it's, yeah, the resist roll's at the end of its turn. I just had to read up on that for a moment.
Yeah.
I can... This one is very appropriate, I feel like. Yeah, there's something... The power that you have sent to this guy, he's not used to it. And even against his Bushido training, he is terrified. And this is now his turn. And he runs. He runs. And that's the sound that he makes, by the way. This is completely legit. This isn't porn, by the way. Please don't demonetize this.
I think after we talked about the Holocaust and slavery, I think this will surely get demonetized. So don't worry.
And because I'm an asshole, I will allow him to roll back with will.
No, he can't. That's impossible, Krieg. He must roll a 1d20 flat. I apologize.
Actually, it wasn't. The Bane of Fear isn't inflicted against the same stat that Guard is.
Yes, but it doesn't matter because when you apply a Bane through an attack, it's in the rules. You can apply the Bane. As long as it's above 10 damage, you can apply any Bane of the attribute. It doesn't matter. Resist roll is always a flat 1d20 unless you have the Resilient feat. There are also other feats that do this. This is one of the balance points of the game.
I'll just believe you on this. I think I recall this differently, but I'll just believe you on this.
It's always a flat d20 unless you have Resilient, or there's someone among the enemy has Hospitaler, or someone in the enemy team has Restoration.
Hospital man, Ivan.
I'm going to shoot the shaman in the face.
Yeah, you shoot at him, but it's basically it seems like his skin is becoming like a tree bark, and he shoots out like decoy pieces of wood from his hands, and it is your shotgun pellets are blocked.
Murder, kill him. Do it, beef.
Taka.
All right. He how far is he from me? Basically, is he within a distance where I can charge him down and still get to him?
Ooh, actually, Taka.
Who?
Yes.
Who?
Vlad.
Oh.
Vlad would actually. Are you within range of reaching him?
Who?
Oh, wait. So you want me to go for the shaman?
Well, yeah, he's our next target.
All
Can
right,
can you reach him?
Yeah. Can I reach the shaman?
You could if you expended your whole action, and you would basically be surrounded by the Kobun. So, yeah.
Who's the nearest enemy?
This... Actually, you know what? You know how I'll do it like this, so we can know that this one is now the one that's farthest away. This one is the one that's closest to you.
All right. Yeah, I'll just take him out then. Yeah, so I'm going to run up to him and just take a swing.
Remember all your bonuses. You're two-handing a sword and all that.
Yeah, I am two-handing. I can't take like a full round action though because I moved to get to him. I got my agility up, so I think I'm +3. Yep. All right. Cool.
Yeah, you cut at this guy. I've become a smart boy. I've begun writing down the thingamadoohickeys on a sheet of paper so I don't have to tab around all the time. Yeah, he's going to attempt a defense action. As a last resort. Yeah, he fails miserably at this, and he lifts his wakizashi, but he fails, and you cut right over it, and you decapitate him.
He dead.
All right.
Definitely, the DM knows.
I turn and sort of flick the blood off of my blade with a flourish and turn to the side, and then just kind of take a stance, keeping eye contact with the Oni in the back.
Don't you have a combat follow through?
No, I don't.
Yeah, there's a oh going through the rounds of the 3 remaining Kobun, who, by the way, do not look exactly the same. This is just this isn't Tales from My Wife's Son, okay? This is not a high value production.
I also look at
is that even?
I also look at the rest of them and say, "Oh, come on, don't tell me I'm better at this." And I
What are
end my
you
turn.
stereotyping them just because they're Japanese? They're supposed to know martial arts.
Yeah.
Which one do you think they know, kung fu or karate?
You are
Taekwondo, actually. That's where I was going to go with this.
That's racist. That's the opposite. That's
No,
Korean.
it's not racist. I'm implying that they branched out.
Well, but isn't that cultural appropriation by them?
Yes.
Well, they did invade Korea several times, so.
But they learned nothing.
They had it
from
coming. No, we're doing, guys, we're doing it again. We're doing it again.
To anyone.
We are doing it again. indeed.
Korea, which was doing nothing at the time during the war, was involved with nothing, deserved this occupation.
Guys, stop. We can get through a turn. We can get through a turn without
Why does this
getting
sound-
distracted.
My spirit is going to try and incapacitate the shaman.
Have fun doing that.
His resolve is superior.
The 23 versus fortitude.
He does actually have very good resolve, and
Not resolve, fortitude.
fortitude. Oh, he has even. Do you mean toughness?
Yeah, wait. Yeah, toughness.
Yeah, he has even better toughness. So it doesn't go through. You feel it. It's like you have a strong grip. It's like the thing has a strong grip and it presses down on him. But it's just there's so much power in this man that it just poof, it blocks off. It doesn't work.
Wait, is he Pan-African? Because
Yeah, he looks mestizo.
oh, so wait, if he's mestizo, then he should be. Wait, mestizo isn't black. It's not African.
Well, it's the shaman's turn now.
Yeah, mestizo is like an amalgamate race that they call themselves in South America because there's like so much race mixing going on down there that they don't.
I thought
really care.
mestizo was applied to those that can prove that they are of ancient heritage.
Well, actually, he's not really mestizo. He's actually got a lot of black blood in him. Apparently, it's not really. You can't really tell what race he is. He's several races, but he's
Okay, well, I'm
definitely.
asking, like, is he doing Pan-African magic, like voodoo,
No.
or no?
No, it doesn't seem like it. Though he hasn't done enough magic so that you can tell. He does seem like a nature shaman, though. Yeah, and said nature shaman will now. Ah, fuck. That's the I could have scrolled up for a long time there. I didn't want to actually do that. He is now going to do a thing.
Ooga booga booga! I cast magic now.
Yeah, he tries to focus his power, but somehow nothing happens. Unfortunately. How terrible.
Actually, that reminded me again. Can I create a Cyberman out of corpses? Like, basically summon them and then have them attach and then explode?
No.
That's bullshit.
Well, Taka, you are standing like within 10 feet of 3 Kobun.
Oh.
Of the Yakuza. Right?
And I insulted them. Don't forget that.
You did. You insulted their honor. And so now... this podcast...
You see, the Japanese don't really care usually when a person's black so much as that they've proven their worth, but you're proving your worth against them, so they care very much.
Yeah, that's...
Dude, just say that their mom gained their defeat at the end.
Oh, your dad a lesbian.
So this is what you do. Ask them to show you their power levels.
No, even more powerful. Call them cucks. They're defeated if you say that.
Debunked, boy.
No, that's I'm Notori. Say I'm going to Notori you.
I don't even know what that one means.
That means you're going to take their wives.
Have you heard of hentai?
There's like 3
It's
versions of
called-
NTR: Notori, Netorari, and some other one that I don't really care about.
DM,
You're
this is
gonna
your
be
turn. Do things.
No, I'm waiting to see where this intellectual discussion about high art goes. Ha! Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
All three of them attack you simultaneously, and though you can easily block the other two with your blade, the third catches you by surprise.
My spirit is going to try and create a blood shield in front of him to defend him.
My spirit animal guides me.
I mean, that does reduce the damage significantly.
It's an 18. You're gonna suffer a bane, but it's better than getting completely fucked.
It would be 18 damage. Can I take a defensive action or something?
Yeah, I already took a defensive action and I rolled a 30. You think you can roll above a 30?
Nope. Okay. Fuck. Shit, how much damage am I getting from that?
18.
Took 18.
I think. Do you have 20 guard, right?
I have 22 guard.
Oh, so then it's 16.
All right.
No, it's still 18
How is it still 18?
because my entropy roll
Oh yeah,
is higher
yes.
than its defense.
See, this
places
is.
it.
Just want to.
Why did you correct him?
Because it's the right thing to do when the DM is wrong.
I
This
just.
lawful neutral dude over here. What the fuck?
Yeah, you also suffer persistent damage from now on.
Yeah, but you have life steal right now, and it's not a boon you are sustaining.
That's
So,
actually true. You
next
do have
turn-
lifesteal, so.
Yeah.
I just want to point out publicly that I have a disability that makes it so I'm very bad with numbers. Just to point this out, so. Not really to say, but it's called dyscalculia. It's like when you're not good with writing words, except it's numbers, because I'm very good with writing words. Yeah. Julius, it is your turnus.
Time to blind the
No, Julius, someone took 18 damage.
Oh yeah,
Shoot him with your needle.
the most painful needle.
This is not good. Why did you go for a needle fetish, man?
You don't even need to roll. It's an auto pass.
I know, but I'm just rolling the power level.
You get the highest level automatically.
Yeah,
Oh.
the highest level that you can cast, yeah.
Yeah. Do you have rank 1 or rank 2 of boon focus?
Rank 1.
Okay, so you heal him for 2d6 automatically.
All right.
They explode. Roll another d6.
Also, you can just put an exclamation point, and then the roll 20 will
yeah.
explode for you.
Yeah, 2 exclamation.
Yeah, he actually there's a big needle that hits you in the thigh, but it does feel kind of good.
Taka, really, just having been cut open, he doesn't notice the needle at all. There's way too much adrenaline happening right now. He's noticed, he feels pain, notices himself feeling better very shortly afterwards, and just starts laughing.
Nice.
All right, no, this is nice. Should this be nice? It's nice.
Bonk.
The Yakuza. Can I avoid attacks of opportunity if I approach the shaman directly?
Well, no, not really. At least one of them's gonna probably hit you.
Okay,
It's not a narrow corridor, but it's also not like a hallway wide thing. It's pretty wide, but it's not, super wide.
Okay. Let's see. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 targets, right?
Oh god.
4 targets. That's disadvantage 4. Gonna spend 5 legend points plus the bloodlust. I have.
You have 5 legend points.
Yeah. I feel like doing a thing.
Beast, you need to play more.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm gonna target all 4 of them with attack as I just go ahead and create 4 blood spears in the air and throw them at them, Hopefully they
Tidal wave of blood.
So he's basically doing a limit break right now.
So it's a 29 versus all of them.
Suka bled. Actually, wouldn't it be like +5?
Yeah. It's a 20. It's a 34. You're correct.
Like actual suka bled. Yeah. So basically, let me do some. Let me get out the calculator. Yeah, one of the Kobun is just vaporized. While the other two are, like, extremely hurt. What banes would you like to inflict upon these?
Persistent damage and then upon the Yakuza guy. What about the shaman? Do I deal about that to
The
him?
shaman also takes damage. Right, this is okay. Actually, takes 1 more damage. Yep. Yeah, they are all. Yeah, you can also inflict a bane upon him.
The bane upon the shaman will be incapacitate as the spear sticks inside him and kind of binds him and paralyzes him.
Okay. Un segundo. I need to look something up in my notes. He doesn't actually have that. Isn't that unfortunate? I was pretty sure I'd given it to him, but he doesn't have it. Okay. Yeah, these two have persistent damage. And this dude, no, this dude is incapacitated. Right now, he is, incapable of... Why is this out here? I want to... Yeah, let's just take this sign. Fuck it.
Grace. No, not Grace. Constantine. Constantine, destroy his soul. He should be destroyed.
Which one? The shaman?
Yes, the shamans.
I don't know if I have that power.
Attack him. Essentially, perform just a regular attack with entropy. You have like advantage too. Just
yes.
That should be enough.
All right, now watch it fail.
I believe in you, my child. Okay. Unless there is any special reasons, he doesn't have his defenses are 10 at the moment. Unless he have a special boon that is still sustained, or special feats, or special equipment.
He does actually have a special feat. He does, this does, like, break him completely. It's as though he is bursting into flames, he is falling down to the ground, and there's some sort of, you know, there's a struggle of 2 powers inside of him.
Whatever damage he took, he needs to do a death save. The death save is 10 plus damage taken.
Actually, he doesn't need to do a death save. But he is reduced to 1 HP.
Ah, yes, I know exactly what he has.
Yeah, and he is also a force of nature. Basically, you can feel this, by the way, Dollmaker. There's a force of nature as his patron spirit sort of reaches out into him and sort of revives him. And he returns. He is now no longer incapacitated, but he is on the verge of being annihilated.
Now, did I technically defeat him?
Yeah.
So I can do combat follow through.
Oh no, you didn't.
No,
No, you didn't reduce him to 0 HP.
No, he's not dead. He's not dead.
That sucks.
Why do you have combat follow through though?
You gave it to me when we started. That allows me to do might, entropy, or agility attack.
Combat follow through is any attack as long as you kill them. The
Yeah, but like, why though?
You gave it to me.
Did I do that?
This is why you don't take it. This is why you don't take advice from the DM regarding your build.
Yeah, the Oni that's fleeing is actually suddenly remembering his Bushido code, and but so he doubles back.
Well, it would be happen after he did another
Yeah,
entire
he
round.
ran back and then he doubles back now, and he's now about at the same level as the shaman is, but still too far away to do any of you any harm because
He would be considering that his movement.
But he sprinted backward.
No.
And
it
he's
happens at
also
the
he's
end
a
of his
wizard. Shut the fuck up. He's not actually a wizard,
Krieg.
he's a physical adept, but you know.
I'm gonna sit on your ass, Krieg. He's only comes out of the fear after he finished his turn, which means that to get back he needs 2 turns of running to us.
Yeah, but the magical spirit betrayed you, and now he's made the distance shorter.
What an asshole!
Yeah, he's a huge asshole, that guy. That he would do something like that out of the blue for no reason, apparently. Should be glad that he didn't make the distance so short that he's now attacking you. Maybe you should be happy about that. No, this is not that kind of campaign where we're thankful the GM for being merciful.
Oh, you don't.
Ivan.
I'm going to try shooting the shaman once more.
Yeah.
Because he's very low HP, and I think I just take him out of the fight.
Yeah, actually, you blow his head clean off.
The shaman's dead then?
Yes, the shaman is now dead.
I'm just asking because last time he came out of nowhere.
Yeah, that was pretty bonk. Taka. Actually, you take damage.
Great.
You take damage. Roll 1d4. Let explode Ronid. Oh shit, boy!
It's almost like that healing didn't happen.
Yeah, yeah.
The wound in which the syringe is in your leg is just somehow it hit an artery. Now the syringe is filling with your blood, even though that's not physically possible. But whatever.
Wow, alright.
You have such high blood pressure that you're pushing the syringe outward.
Be thankful it only exploded twice.
Be thankful. Oh, yeah, no, I'm so fucking happy. Alright, well,
just kill the guys.
Yeah, no, like, so bleeding a lot now, just, sort of eyes glazed over, and he's just swinging. Taka's just swinging now.
You could hit... Okay.
Press the button.
Yep. Well, you just cut one of them right open from top to bottom. Also, you can do a resist roll, like just 1d20.
You did a focus action, right?
Yeah, I did a focus action, so I can't
and
do
you
that.
also, yes, you.
Wait, are you sustaining a boon?
No.
Okay, then yeah, you can.
Yeah, no, he failed at that earlier.
How much damage?
You regain 4 health. No, you regain 2 health.
I'm only feeling marginally better.
Yeah, it's some sort of weird stuff that makes your body heal, even though there's no, much like the syringe. Yeah.
No. It's quite literally. I will state that what happens is that as he cuts the opponent, a little bit of the blood of the opponent gets absorbed into his body,
yeah, that's
closing the wounds a little.
That's pretty much.
So you should just never fight anyone with AIDS.
Oh no! Don't worry. It sterilizes the blood as a part of the process.
I'm glad they thought about that and factored it in.
It's magic, man. You don't need to worry about it.
Alright, wait, does your character have, like, weaponized Ebola? Like, what the fuck?
Famous last words.
Dude, my character is all kinds of bullshit. Don't think about it. I'm not lying.
We believe you.
I think pretty sure. Yeah, he doesn't have an action this turn because he used the defense action.
Yeah.
So just skip him. Just skip him.
He doesn't have an action this turn because he's fucking dead. This guy.
I roll a 1d8 for him that explode.
Okay, you can do that as well if you want to. Yeah, he doesn't seem to be bleeding that much, to be honest. Also, I'm immediately letting him resist.
Well, he uses his move action to resist something.
Yeah, he doesn't have to move, though. And he also now, feeble as he is, he still knows how to handle a blade. Because he studied the blade. And he...
I have studied the blade.
And he attacks Taka, but he apparently didn't study hard enough. Which is weird, considering he's Japanese. Yeah.
I'm bleeding a lot.
Yeah, he's also bleeding. Not quite as much as you, but, you know.
Remove the icon.
He is no longer bleeding. He isn't bleeding anymore, actually. He's now only you are bleeding. How's that feel, being alone in the world?
No, I just see myself as the best at bleeding. So really, the view from the top's pretty great.
Yeah, Julius.
Apply more needles.
That is what I will do. And I'm gonna use 2 legend points.
Oh, he's actually no longer afeared.
Wait, how do you roll?
Legend points, you... Wait, what are you rolling for?
Extra heal.
Oh, you just roll 2d6 with 2 exclamation points at the end.
It's like rolling 2d6 but louder.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
Right.
heal Taka for 8 damage.
Okay, now I'm back to 20 again.
It's a fucking roller coaster ride, isn't it?
I want to get off the ride.
Bonk!
Is this guy within 30 feet?
Just.
Okay, I'm just gonna approach him, and I'm gonna down my sword as I say, you really should have just kept running, friend.
I will not abandon my honor.
Well, your honor is your death. It doesn't pass his guard, does it?
Your attack gay, lol.
Did you actually just say that?
Yeah. He just casually sidesteps your attack. It almost hits. It just goes right past his nose. But he looks at you and says, "You are not as powerful as I thought." This is an anime now.
It's been an anime for a while, I think.
Yeah, it's been like a weird alt-right anime where they talk about the Holocaust. Dollmaker, it's your turn to add your opinions to the mix.
The laugh was in character.
Yeah.
Okay, so
I figured.
is his guard higher than his toughness? Which do we know?
Finish Yakuza guy off. He has like 3 HP or something, but he still has actions. So
Is the Oni close to the other guy or no?
Not really. I mean, he's not super far, but he is like, I don't know, 15 feet.
Okay, so that last grenade thing I rolled last time should work, right?
It could, but you would also be hitting Donovan in that Vladimir in that process, or
Do a
rather
single do a single target attack
bonk.
if you can, please.
All right. All right, so I guess I'll attack the.
In Russian, the B is an L. That N thinking no, that N looking thing is an L. That B looking thing is a V, and the K is the K is still a K.
There's actually a viral video in Germany where there was this Russian guy, a truck driver, with like his name. In Russian, the H is pronounced like G, and we have the city Hamburg in Germany, and he goes, and he tries to say Hamburg, like in like a voice command for this navigation system for his sat nav, and it doesn't understand. Gamburg, blät!
I can support this man's plight.
So why shouldn't I attack the Oni if Yvonne or?
Because the Oni's action is next, and I doubt that a single attack will kill him. While getting rid of Yakuza guy is useful, because then Yakuza guy is, doesn't have an action. Like the chances of you killing Oni guy with a single action, especially when he still has a defense action, is very low, while the odds of killing Yakuza guy is very high.
Okay, I guess I'll attack him then.
He did. Unceremoniously, just drops to the ground. Boom, dead. There you go. Perished.
Not from the hit. He had a heart attack. It's just really.
It's a really bad coincidence.
Yeah.
So, like he's in his mid-20s too. It's like very unlikely that happens.
I miss all of my shots, but he dies anyways.
Really, this is tragic. This is just.
Shouldn't have eaten all that sushi.
Yeah, like the horrible for your heart sushi.
Yes.
Just clogging those arteries with those fish.
And the rice. Ooh, the rice.
Well, carbs are evil, so.
Yeah. Yeah. So now it's the Shunji's turn, which you don't know that the guy's named Shunji, but he is. Yeah, and he will
I will take you alive. Yes.
Never.
That does not hit.
Fuck. He goes, I was only testing you.
It's actually it's inaccurate to say that it doesn't hit. It's more like it hits, but the blood is like solid iron and just bounces off.
I will find your nervous pathways. That's basically what he specializes in. He touches you in a place and then you go blind.
He touches you in a bad place and you went blind.
Okay.
Was this consensual?
Also, your pants are soiled for some reason.
Ivan.
I'm gonna shoot him.
Nice. Yeah, he actually does take some damage.
Shot in the face.
Well, it's not really the face, but it does hit his arm, and he can't really block it off.
He can. He has a defense action.
Yeah, but he
If he wants
doesn't, because it's
Yeah.
really not that much damage.
Yeah. By the way, Krieg, for the future, you know of the Sentinel feat, right?
Yeah, but listen, right? I don't want to build characters just so they are good in combat. I want to give them some flavor. It's just that you just roll so well all the time that it just never happens.
Hey, my build isn't exactly optimized. I can show you what an optimized build looks
Yeah,
like.
see, that's the thing. I don't do optimized builds at all.
Yeah, like in your campaign, I also didn't bother with an optimized build because it's more of a role-playing campaign.
Yeah, I don't like those either. They're not good. Taka, you take what is that? Yes, exploding D4. So
no, not this time. No.
fingers crossed.
One damage.
Oh fuck! I forgot to write roll.
Yes.
Nice.
Called it.
Kill that motherfucker.
Well, since you asked so nicely, Taka says while walking over to him.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just really casually enough that I don't get to do my have my 4 advantage, but 3 is pretty good too.
Yeah, actually,
Just enough to hit him.
yeah, just enough to hit him. You do like a tiny slice on his arm.
He laughs.
He does. In Japanese, too.
Oh, ho, 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 ho.
I thought you were gonna go with a rah, 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 rah.
Oh, that'd be racist.
This guy
What? No.
literally killed all of his friends. He's alone, and he's like, I can do this.
Yeah, he's a very... dude, he's a Kobun of the fucking Yakuza, man. What the fuck did you expect he was going to do?
He's a very confident individual, that is without a question.
Oh, he's pretty sure that he's gonna die, but, you know.
See, there you go. That's him right now.
Better die with honor than run like a coward because you were afflicted by the Fear Bane. Haha.
Fearbane is the best.
It is Blood Spirit Familiar's turn.
Hey there, my dude. Can you please, like, grasp his heart and make him incapacitated, my dude?
He actually will attempt a defense action at this. I'll use... I mean, it doesn't really matter which one because they're linked anyway, but... actually, it does.
Yeah, does it?
Yeah, he has it's a physical adept, so he's got movement linked to agility. He attempts to use his key to keep his blood pumping, but fails and is now incapacitated. And he looks at you with a very stern expression on his face. I can't scroll over there because of bullshit, so I have to give him this logo now.
We can't see the logo.
Just move his token to a different
Shit,
place.
I'm
on the
actually going to
board.
put the token here, even though it's... I mean, this is not like a geographic representation of the situation, so...
No, it's a symbolic representation.
Yeah.
I didn't know we were doing battle maps now.
No, I stopped doing battle maps because I hate that shit.
That and we kind of metagamed them a little bit.
Like a true German, he hates work.
He hates work. He doesn't hate Jewish people.
Arbeit macht frei.
Yeah, that is really what this podcast needed. That sentence.
What does it mean?
It's you know,
Work
the thing,
makes you free.
Yeah, it's the thing with in Auschwitz.
It was basically the false promise that if they work hard, they'll be freed.
No, that's not what that means.
Arbeit macht frei?
No, it just basically means if you work, you're gonna forget that this is basically a death camp where you will die.
Oh, I thought it was a false promise thing because that's
very woke for.
No, it was mocking them.
Well, it is Julius' turn. Unless reinforcements arrive.
So who is the most hurt? Oh.
Who is the most hurt out of the one guy left standing?
Let's see. I'm untouched. You're untouched. The troll's untouched. The blood monster is whatever.
I'm actually touched.
And then we see the black elf, who also looks like a blood monster, but for different reasons.
I am actually touched, but not by what you would think.
I'm actually touched by weapons and like my internal organs. I think I might be bleeding a lot.
Just use a resist roll next turn.
I'm too busy attacking.
Yeah.
I'm gonna choose my gun.
I'll resist when I'm dead.
Wait. Since I did 1 damage, do I get 1 healing back or no?
Okay. That's 18, which means it's an 8, which means it's a fortitude roll. Unless special things.
I think he might have special things, but I'm not sure. And this is the wrong character sheet.
No, I don't have special things.
It doesn't actually have special things because he's not a special boy after all.
No.
Roll this fortitude.
Boom bap!
Motherfucker.
His key does is the extreme steeling of his body over decades of training in the most prestigious dojos of Japan steels him for this precise moment. Memories of his old master that he has lost course through his mind as he comes back and is now ready to fight.
Remember, it's okay to be offensive to the Japanese, but not the Jews.
Dude, listen, I'm German. They were our allies. We both lost. Bonk.
Just keel over already.
Well, well, well.
He laughs at you.
No, he actually doesn't. There's nothing to laugh here. How do you want to do this?
The blade just kind of stucks into his chest and starts sucking whatever is inside.
Yeah, he shrivels up with a painful expression on his face, but his mask unbroken, his veneer of honor unbroken. And he is
impressive.
Dead.
Can I make a fetish out of his horns?
I'm gonna dismiss my blade, and more importantly,
more importantly, this sentence is not over.
I need to write this to you.
Okay, so can I take his horns and make a fetish out of them, or no? Is that not kosher?
Well, that's pretty, it's a bit fucked up, let's be honest.
I'm just asking, do I get a bonus out of it like I do with a woodland?
Greek, what this looks like, I'm leaving up to you.
I have no idea what you... Oh. Ah, come on, man.
Up to you to describe what it looks like.
You're now fat. You are now a very, very fat man suddenly. Like, all the blood in the entire room just basically flows into Donovan. And he is now just, like, ridiculously, he has a huge fucking belly.
Okay, so you are a vampire.
And all of you get to make a learning roll.
Can I get advantage for voodoo? Because I feel like vampires are a thing.
No, you don't get advantage for voodoo.
Absorb object, by the way, Creek, absorb object does not actually increase my size.
Yeah, but this does. You told me that I get to decide what this looks like. This is... You have made your bed and now you will lie in it!
I expected you to know how the boon works.
Both
with your parasitic bed bugs.
Both Beast and both Taka and Dollmaker, they're pretty sure that this isn't just a blood mage, but this person is also interested in blood in more culinary contexts, as it were.
This is fine. This is fine. Mickey, come over here. I'm gonna shove my hand into his mouth.
That's gay.
I'm gonna ask Taka what the fuck did just happen.
Now, seriously though, do I get like an advantage if I take his horns to make a fetish out of them, or no?
No.
So it's
I
not
mean,
like
you could probably make a fetish out of them. It would be a bit fucked up. It's not a fetish that you would use in your shamanic tradition because on account of its voodoo. There are no Oni in voodoo, but you know.
Yeah. After that's done, I'm just gonna transform back.
Yeah. Into...
So,
I feel you need a bigger, like, character token now that... To just to emphasize how big you are now.
No. This is an alternate form. I look normal.
No, this isn't your real body. This you need to...
This isn't even your final form.
Krieg, please, just make the token normal.
Okay, I'll make it a little smaller. There you
So what kind of stuff does the shaman have on him that I could find useful?
This is bully, GM. This is bully.
This is bullying. But hey,
Do I roll perception to figure out what the shaman has on him that could be useful?
you can roll perception on the on the shaman.
Hey guys, you mind helping me for like 5 minutes and drag these corpses to the ghouls?
Sorry, can we talk about what the fuck that was?
Well, I mean, I can probably make them walk if I
Yeah,
can get the right summon creature here.
You could just do it with an entropy spell, to be honest.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we gave them a promise, so you know.
Yeah, no, not that part.
Yeah! Let's throw their night up in this!
What are you talking about?
I love how Dollmaker just is completely disinterested in the fact that he's just realized Donovan is a vampire. Vladimir is a vampire. God damn it!
do I still? I ask Dollmaker what the fuck happened. What the fuck is Vlad doing?
I love how
If
Tark is the only one who's acting appropriately to the situation.
Okay, Vlad, just point to the needle in his leg. It's the perfect distraction.
what are you talking about?
Tataka, he's asking you questions. Just like point to his needle. Aren't you more concerned about that?
Why are you okay with this, Dollmaker?
I'm not. This is out of character. I'm saying like this is definitely something Vlad would think up.
Okay, deception. Don't disappoint me now. Vlad will look you straight in the eye and say, "It's just blood magic, bro."
Okay, now what does he roll? Does he roll
This
like logic?
this
to
is a
come
very-
at that?
Yeah. It's logic, but the 9 is a very appropriate roll.
Yeah.
Okay, now
roll
Taka
logic.
has to roll logic.
Roll logic.
I don't have any logic. God damn it! Can I get an advantage for having seen this?
You literally need to not fuck up. Come on.
Yeah, it's pretty unlikely that you will fuck this up.
Can I get an advantage one because I just saw what happened?
Yeah, actually, you know what? You can get an advantage one.
Double ones. I believe in you.
Give me it!
Yeah, you're not. For a moment there, you were convinced, but then you figured, no, this is. I know little about magic, but no.
Yeah, no, Vlad. Like the blood magic thing, like before, okay, but then like you made me like thirsty, and then there was blood going into my fuck. There's other people's blood in my body now. Like, did you make me that? What did you do? What did you do to me?
Sterilized.
Okay, no. In the background now, though, Constantine is reenacting Thriller, Michael Jackson's Thriller. I want that on paper. I'm dancing with the zombies.
We write this down real quick.
We have to transfer the corpses to the ghouls.
Well, you could you could just keep them here, or Dollmaker could instruct them to walk down there. I mean, it's not. You know.
Dollmaker, could you do me a solid and I just want to ensure that they get their payment.
Okay, just let me finish this dance routine real quick.
Did you know, Dollmaker? Did you know?
Did I know gaming? No.
Did you know that Vlad is that?
What are you talking about?
I have an idea now. Yes.
What are you talking about?
I've had my suspicions concerning, his aura and the fact that I saw blood pulling into an invisible space.
What? Why did you bring anything up?
Well, I don't know. He hasn't bothered us yet. I deal with dead spirits all the time that are much more malicious than he's been towards us. Now, if you don't mind, I'm going to roll agility on this.
Okay.
The dance routine fucks up. I'm angry. I send them to the ghouls as punishment for all of this.
The fact that you are actually white becomes apparent in this dance routine.
They all step off out of the game. It's all terrible. Apparently, I'm better when I'm drunk.
Taka's just like shocked and just kind of not standing near anyone.
I'm still confused and still asking people what the fuck did Vlad just do?
He's a vampire. Also, Taka, you still have a needle in your leg.
It's just a spell. No. Vlad is like in 100% denial type situation. He's like, it's just a spell, my dude.
Meanwhile,
It's just a
Evo's
spell,
just kind of
bro.
standing there like, you know, I could say something, but nah.
Yeah, best just let
Just
it
a
go.
spell, bro. Just a spell.
It's just a social experiment, man.
YouTube spells gone wrong. Sexual.
God.
But all of the corpses are heading towards the ghouls right now.
I quite like it how Krieg gave a combat arena that's like, you know, underground, away from surveillance, you know, where I don't need to worry about public appearances. It's quite nice.
Yeah. Got some calls to make. I don't know, man.
Needle still in leg, pointing at.
Daka.
God damn it! Who?
Daka.
Julius.
Daka.
Every fucking time. You have patches, Julius.
Daka.
Yeah, but
Be
What,
a
Vlad?
professional. Be
it's faster
a
to inject you.
professional.
Yeah, no, the part of the job is done. We turn it in, then we need to have a fucking talk about this.
But what?
Constantine is still swigging rum at this point. He's very upset that the dance routine didn't go as he wanted it to.
God damn it. And then Taka just kind of walks out of the area.
Well, what direction are you walking towards?
Back towards the ghouls.
Yeah, but you're not going to take the pictures that you promised to the bloke?
Oh, right, yeah.
Oh, right. We need to remove
You haven't
their
even
tongues.
seen the ritual area yet. There might be all kinds of shit in there.
Yeah. Remove their tongues, destroy the ritual area, steal any valuable shit that we find.
All right, boys, come back. We need your tons.
Yeah. Tongues, fuck over the ritual area, and.
So are you
steal any
walking into the ritual area?
Yeah.
Yes, I will. I am the shaman. I'm pretty sure I know more about this than most anyone else.
Okay, so this ritual area is a bit unexpected. It's like a makeshift altar made of a variety of twigs and, you know, tree things and also foliage. There's a desk, a plastic... Yeah, it's basically a desk. It's like a plastic table set up in the corner of a room with several books and grimoires on it. And set on the altar, aside from a lot of charms and stuff, there is actually a strange... It's like... It looks a bit like sand. It's like completely white and clear sand.
Okay, so...
And
I
there is a green hue shimmering around it.
It says uranium.
Who can identify this? Who has good magic skills?
I
mean,
am a shaman. I mean,
both
I probably have the best chance.
Of you
but-
magic users could use the learning roll.
Do I get like an advantage for being a shaman or no?
No.
God, you just do not like me at all.
Dollmaker, you find the books quite odd. You can clearly identify that these are not in Japanese, but in you have no idea what exactly is in them, but they are in Portuguese actually.
These are mine now.
I mean, you can surely take them, but you can't read Portuguese, and also
Yeah, I
none of
can.
the magic.
I have tons, bitch.
None of
I can
the-
learn to read.
None of the magic in there actually makes any sense to you. And also it's written in Portuguese. This is not like common parlance Portuguese, but like complicated Portuguese.
Again, I can summon the dead that would know to teach me temporarily. Like I can take them their knowledge of them in using tons.
Well, you just decided that you could do that.
Right.
That's how it works.
Well, that's gonna be a lot of work for you.
Takes 10-minute invocation.
Yeah, it's a boon.
Yeah, but the actual work of translating the whole book, that's gonna take a while.
Well, yeah, that will take a while, but like I can, as long as I sustain the boon, I can do it.
Can you throw a couple of those bombs to destroy this ritual area, please?
I'm not
Before you
sure.
do
That'd be
Make sure
bad
anything
juju,
valuable.
my man.
Search the place first if there's anything valuable.
Well, of course. Also, do we find anything valuable on the corpses?
Well, you know, you find like a total of 1,000 nuyen.
Okay, 200 each is fine.
On them, like the varying crit sticks. Yeah, it's mostly just fashion items and shit.
Gonna have to try later.
Yeah, like honestly, these are like big tomes. You can take them with you. You can get some bag or something and take them with you. This could spawn an entire new quest line for you.
Yeah, my hat though, it can store things. Can I fit them into my hat or no?
Yeah, you can.
Awesome.
I'll just allow you to do that.
Well, I mean, we agreed earlier that it can store things. I just need to
do not
upgrade
recall this, but I'm just gonna believe.
Yeah, because I remember asking you, can I upgrade it that I can hide things in it from like magical detection stuff?
You know how? Oh no, well, it's not. So it's not like a bag that is bigger on the inside than it is on the outside. But like
no,
this
it's
is
a hat of holding.
Yes, no, it's not a hat of holding. Or is it?
Well, it is.
Okay,
I just haven't upgraded that I can hide
with
it.
the amount of pointless questions that you ask me, I sometimes lose track. So yeah, you can fit them all in there. It's no problem.
Yay! I'm wearing him down.
You exhausted the DM. Good job.
Actually, I think I'm gonna name this episode. It's just a spell, bro.
It's just a spell, bro.
I thought we agreed on Arbart mock fry.
If I may, we have the tongues. We looted the corpses. We need to fuck up the ritual, give the corpses to the ghouls, return to the client. Yes?
Also, the white sand material that you find.
No. We named the video. This is for Pearl Harbor.
Is it fucking diamond dust?
Julius and also Ivan make a roll. A learning roll.
It's fucking diamond dust, isn't it?
Ivan, this has the consistency of a drug you've come into contact before, but it doesn't have the right smell or color, and probably also not the right effect.
What about the taste?
This feels a little bit like tempo.
Can I take it with me?
Well, it's a lot of tempo, and it also is probably inert. It's not really tempo.
We can sell it.
It just has the same consistency. It's like... Okay, so just to give you a little lore injection, tempo is like the big street drug that's been on the market for like the last year. Worst gang war of all time. The very first adventure that this whole group had revolved around tempo. But nobody who was there is now here, so...
Wasn't tempo...
No, actually, Ivan was there. Yeah, Ivan, you were actually there. Yeah, you stole this truck of tempo.
We stole the police
Wasn't there
car.
also tempo at that elf guy's place?
It could be. So this tempo basically is like a new drug, and it eventually turns you into a vessel for a sort of tree spirit from the Amazon rainforest. But few people actually know this. I mean, right now it has become fairly common knowledge that this is what it does. It's a pretty good drug, but nobody actually knows how to manufacture it.
Well, we can pocket the shit, sell it, and split the cash.
This is just... You have no idea what this is, but it doesn't seem like it's actually drugs. This is basically like a raw material out of which the final product of tempo could be made.
We can find a buyer on the black market. It's something.
Works for me. Just wrap it up or something.
This is like 2 big boxes.
I'll take them. I'm a big guy. I can carry them.
That's actually true. Give me a might check. Yeah, you carry them with ease.
Of course.
I forgot about that. Yeah. And how are you going to destroy the place?
Is that smart to do with the ley line like it is?
Well, someone has grenades. The ley line does not care about the ritual place. The ritual place is down on top of the ley line.
Actually, it is.
Well, yeah.
Like the ritual place is on top of the ley line. This is why the ritual place is here.
Yeah, like destroying the ritual place does nothing to the ley line.
Yeah, it does nothing to the ley line. That's true.
I'm just concerned that it might cause a chain reaction since I'm using magic grenades.
Okay, you, me, everyone in the party, and most people in Paris do not have anywhere near the power to affect the ley line. I assure you that.
Yeah.
You couldn't affect the ley line if you wanted to.
Basically that. But I think his phone's just running, so he might not be listening to you.
Yeah, sorry. I didn't quite get all of that, but you're saying that we can hold hands again?
Trash the place. You can't affect the ley line.
All right. So you want me to roll all 4 of my grenades?
No, just say that you destroy the place with your grenades, dude.
Yes, that's all you do. It's fine.
All right. I destroyed the place with my grenades.
Wow, he didn't even have to roll for that.
No, I mean he is trying to destroy a stationary object
I don't care. That was a joke.
basically a large table with explosives.
Yeah.
Works for me.
Yeah.
And we checked that there's like nothing else there.
Yeah. So we have the tongues. We destroyed the place. Can we assume that we gave the corpses to the ghouls?
Yes, the corpses are with the ghouls. You actually
We
find
have the tons.
You find your way back quite easily, as though this strange spirit was helping you. And yeah, you're now back out in Paris. With
Let's go back to the client. We have a little bag full of tongues and some pictures to show.
And we have some cake waiting for us.
Dun-dun-dun.